this breakdown, we're going to take a look at a play out of the Gun Trips week that's called Level Switch. But before we get into the breakdown, I want to give a special shout out to the league called SimCore League. And this is a Madden league that's all about sim style type play. So if you guys are looking for a league that has a lot of sim style, has really good players, then you might as well go ahead and check this league out. Again, you can go to www.maddendaddy.com/SCL2 and check this site out. You can also catch it up on the X's O's football main page. You'll see it up there as far as in the blog links that we have for all the leagues that we have and all the other sites that we have. So if you guys are looking for a league, go ahead and check this one out. And it's pretty nice, so just check it out. So it's called SimCore League. So let's go ahead and get into this week's breakdown. And this week's breakdown, as I mentioned already, we're going to wind up showing the play that's out of the Gun Trips week that's called Level Switch. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. And as you look on your screen, you can see that this play has three receivers that are running in routes to the right side. So let's go and take a look at those three receivers first. So if we look over here towards the right, you're going to wind up noticing that the tight end right here, what he winds up running is an in route. So he winds up going up the field about 12 yards, and then he winds up breaking towards the inside here. And then underneath him, you're going to wind up having two other routes that are going to both be in routes. So you're going to wind up having the slot receiver, and he winds up running this in route in this area here about 5 yards up, and he breaks over the middle here. And then you also wind up having the flanker. He also runs an in route, so he winds up coming up in this area here, and he winds up breaking over the middle. Now, what I like about this play is it really gives you a couple different options to throw to, making it pretty effective. Generally, for me, I'm going to look to go ahead and throw to the tight end first. So here's the tight end, as I've already pointed out to you. And I'm going to look to throw to him, but I need to kind of locate the defender that I'm at least trying to isolate. In this case, it happens to be this linebacker that's lined up right here. Now, if this linebacker drops back, so for example, say that this linebacker winds up dropping back into this area here, and he winds up taking away this deep in route that's ran by the tight end, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to throw underneath to either this receiver here or to this receiver here. Generally, it'll wind up being the slot receiver that I'll look to throw to. Now, on the other hand, if this linebacker takes away, he doesn't drop back here. Instead, he drops back underneath, and he winds up taking away the slot or the flanker's in route. Then I'm going to go ahead and look to go ahead and throw to the tight end on a deeper in route. So that's kind of how I like to run this play. It's pretty simple, and this is going to be against a cover 3 type defense. So kind of just watch out, and if you go into it, you should be able to attack cover 2 and cover 4 with this defense as well. Just kind of watch to see where those defenders drop back, and particularly that linebacker. Kind of try to kind of focus in on a linebacker and see what he's going to wind up doing, at least the one that's across from the tight end. That's generally how I wind up running this play. So let's go ahead and run it and see what happens with it. And you can see right there, he winds up taking the deeper route, so I wind up throwing underneath. Now, as I said before, let's go back in instant replay here and take a look at this play from instant replay, and you'll see what I mean with this. Now, sometimes he will take the underneath route and allow that deeper route to be open. So you just kind of watch to see how he winds up doing it. Here he goes. He's dropping back, so you can see right now on your screen. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit on this so you can kind of see it. You can see how this linebacker is dropping back, and he's going to go ahead and take away that in route that's ran by this guy here, which is that tight end. And once I see that, then that tells me right off the bat that I need to go ahead and look to throw this guy right here, who's running that in route over the short middle of the field. And that's what you're going to wind up seeing here. So you can see how he drops back. He comes up. Now, linebacker starts to come back up, but he's too late. And that allows me to go ahead and throw that pass underneath and then pick up some positive yardage. So this is a real simple play to run against zone coverage that generally should pick you up at least 5 yards, possibly even more if you wind up throwing to the tight end on the deeper in route. So this play is called Gun Trips Week Level Switch. Nice little play to go ahead and run in this year's game if you're looking to attack zone coverage.